It kind of feels personal.
We only had one MCU movie this year, Deadpool and Wolverine, but Marvel's making up for it with a big lineup next year. 4 movies already confirmed for 2025, and even more in the works after that. Let's check out what's coming up. Captain America Brave New World, 14 February 2025. Sam Wilson is stepping into the role of Captain America in Captain America Brave New World, which is set to be a key film in MCU Phase 5. This movie marks a new chapter following Sam's debut as the new Cap in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. After Steve Rogers retired in Avengers Endgame, Sam Wilson has been grappling with his new role, and this film will showcase his journey as he confronts various threats, including the MCU's Red Hulk. The first trailer for Captain America Brave New World dropped on July 12, 2024, almost 2 years after the film's announcement. It opens with a tense meeting between Sam and the new U.S. President Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford. Ross, who was formerly Secretary of State, has a history with Sam from Captain America Civil War and is now looking to integrate Captain America into the official military. However, their alliance is strained when Sam gets caught up in an international incident involving his friend Isaiah Bradley and the Red Hulk. The trailer also introduced Shira Haas as a new version of Ruth Bat Seraph and confirmed Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, a leader of the Serpent Society. The San Diego Comic-Con revealed footage showing President Ross's transformation into Red Hulk and introduced adamantium into the MCU, a material crucial for future storylines, potentially setting up Wolverine's story. Coming back to President Ross's transformation into Red Hulk, in the comics, Red Hulk's transformation was facilitated by the Intelligentsia Group, which included Samuel Stearns, the leader. This process allowed Ross to change into Red Hulk at will using siphoned gamma radiation, unlike the Hulk, whose transformations are triggered by anger. In the MCU, however, Ross's transition into Red Hulk appears to be more chaotic and forced, particularly as seen in the trailers where he transforms in front of the White House. This might suggest a more primal, rage-driven version of Red Hulk, contrasting with the more controlled comic book version. Red Hulk in the comics can harness cosmic energy and is susceptible to overheating due to his inability to regulate his body temperature. Whether these traits will be incorporated into the MCU version remains to be seen. Captain America Brave New World will hit theaters on February 14, 2025 after several delays. The film is an important part of Phase 5, positioned just before the next Avengers film. It will explore themes introduced in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, focusing on Sam's efforts to reform the Avengers and his struggle with his new role. The movie's new title, Brave New World, hints at a fresh start for the MCU, aligning with the broader themes of progress and leadership under a new Captain America. The cast includes Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson Captain America, Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross Red Hulk, and Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns, the leader. Liv Tyler returns as Elizabeth Betty Ross, while Carl Lumbly reprises his role as Isaiah Bradley. Danny Ramirez is back as Joaquin Torres Falcon, and Shira Haas will portray Ruth Bat Seraph. Giancarlo Esposito joins as Sidewinder, and Zosha Rockmore is cast in an undisclosed role. With this mix of familiar faces and exciting new additions, the film is set to be a major addition to the MCU. Thunderbolts, May 2, 2025. Thunderbolts is set to hit theaters on April 30th, 2025, bringing together a team of characters with complex and troubled backgrounds. Directed by Jake Schreier, the film promises a darker edge to the MCU, focusing on characters who have previously navigated significant challenges. Although the full roster was showcased through concept art at San Diego Comic-Con in 2022 and more recent footage from SDCC 2024, only a few details have been made public about the team's lineup. The core members of the Thunderbolts have each appeared in past MCU films. For instance, Lewis Pullman's character, Bob, is rumored to be the MCU's version of the powerful Sentry. Despite the team's dark history, their previous appearances have set the stage for their new roles within the film. Each member's journey will add depth to their collective mission, likely involving tasks aligned with U.S. government interests. First, we have the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, aka White Wolf. Bucky Barnes, portrayed by Sebastian Stan, is a pivotal character in the MCU. Originally Steve Rogers' best friend and a fellow Howling Commando during World War II, Bucky was later captured by Russian agents of Hydra. Under their control, he was enhanced with advanced technology and brainwashed, becoming the formidable Winter Soldier with a high-tech metal arm. Steve Rogers, with the help of Wakanda, eventually rescued Bucky and helped him regain his memories, as shown in Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War. In 2021's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Bucky, now known as the White Wolf, played a crucial role in aiding Sam Wilson in embracing the mantle of Captain America, a role Steve Rogers had passed on to him. As we look forward to Thunderbolts in 2025, it will be intriguing to see how Bucky's journey continues and how he integrates into the new team, given his complex past and his ongoing efforts to make amends for his actions as the Winter Soldier. Next, we have the Black Widow, sister of Natasha Romanoff, Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova, portrayed by Florence Pugh, first appeared in 2020's Black Widow, as the estranged adoptive sister of Natasha Romanoff. The original Black Widow. Trained in the same Russian Red Room program that created Natasha, Yelena reunites with her sister to take down the Red Room and its leader, General Dreykov. Alongside their adoptive parents, Red Guardian and Melina Vostokov, Yelena plays a crucial role in dismantling the organization. Yelena's story continues in 2021's Hawkeye, where she initially targets Clint Barton, blaming him for Natasha's death in Avengers: Endgame. However, their conflict eventually resolves, leading to a mutual understanding. In the post-credit scene of Black Widow, Yelena is recruited by Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, setting the stage for her next appearance. As confirmed for Thunderbolts, Yelena's evolving role promises to be a key part of the upcoming film. Another character we have from Black Widow is the Soviet Union super soldier Red Guardian. Alexei Shostakov, also known as Red Guardian, is another key character from Black Widow. Portrayed by David Harbour, Shostakov was the Soviet Union's answer to Captain America, boasting superhuman strength and reflexes similar to Steve Rogers. As the adoptive father of Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova, Alexei's storyline involves a quest for vengeance against General Dreykov, who betrayed him and imprisoned him in Siberia. In Black Widow, Alexei is rescued by his daughters Natasha and Yelena from his dire situation. According to exclusive footage from San Diego Comic-Con, it appears that Alexei will be particularly excited about joining the Thunderbolts. He views this new team as an opportunity to regain the honor and recognition that were denied to him, highlighting his eagerness to prove himself once again. Also debuting in 2020's Black Widow, Taskmaster, portrayed by Olga Kurylenko, is a formidable enforcer of General Dreykov. Taskmaster was initially presented as the Red Room's elite operative, possessing the remarkable ability to replicate any fighting style or ability she encountered thanks to a chip implanted in her brain. The film reveals that Taskmaster is actually Antonia Dreykov, the daughter of General Dreykov, who is transformed into a deadly assassin through this technology. After Natasha Romanoff liberates her and the other widows using the red dust, Antonia is freed from Dreykov's control. As the Thunderbolts film approaches, it will be intriguing to see how Antonia has managed to rebuild her life and what role she will play in this new assembly of characters. Along with all these Black Widow characters, we will have the former Captain America U.S. agent John Walker, portrayed by Wyatt Russell, was initially chosen as the government-sanctioned Captain America after Sam Wilson temporarily set aside the shield. Walker's tenure as Cap in 2021's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was marked by conflict with both Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as he struggled to live up to the legacy of Steve Rogers while battling the Flag Smashers. Feeling inadequate and driven by his need to prove himself, Walker secretly injected himself with the Super Soldier Serum, which intensified his instability. His erratic behavior culminated in the public murder of a Flag Smasher who was surrendering, leading to his dismissal and dishonorable discharge from the U.S. government. Despite this, Walker later assisted Sam Wilson's Captain America and the Winter Soldier in thwarting the Flag Smashers' final attack on the GRC. Following these events, Walker accepted a covert role under Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, adopting the mantle of U.S. agent. This new role, as a more secretive operative, is expected to continue in 2025's Thunderbolts. Next is Ghost, a former S.H.I.E.L.D. stealth operative. Hannah John Kamen portrays Ghost, a character who was first introduced in 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ava Starr, also known as Ghost, was a former S.H.I.E.L.D. operative whose life was dramatically altered by a quantum accident, leaving her with painful intangibility. Her goal throughout the film was to find a cure for her condition, which she attempted to achieve using the quantum tunnel created by Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne. By the end of the movie, Ghost's affliction was partially stabilized thanks to Janet Van Dyne, who was rescued from the quantum realm. Despite this resolution, Ghost's activities and whereabouts have remained largely unexplored in the MCU over the past 6 years. As she prepares to reappear in Thunderbolts, fans can expect her to have a new suit, signaling a fresh chapter for the character. The Fantastic Four, July 25, 2025. Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World are certainly significant, but the reboot of the Fantastic Four is arguably the most anticipated Marvel movie right now. Fans are excited that the Fantastic Four First Steps is set to hit theaters on July 25, 2025. After numerous delays in Disney and Marvel Studios' schedule, the film is expected to kick off Phase 6 of the MCU. While specific plot details remain under wraps, recent artwork suggests that the movie will adhere closely to the characters' space-related origins. Traditionally, the Fantastic Four gain their powers from exposure to cosmic rays, which should have been fatal but instead granted them unique abilities. Marvel's Kevin Feige has hinted at potential twists on this classic origin story. Confirmed details indicate that the film will be set in the 1960s and involve a multiverse aspect, meaning the Fantastic Four will come from a different reality when they eventually cross paths with other Marvel heroes, particularly in the upcoming Avengers films. The introduction of iconic characters like the Silver Surfer and Galactus promises to make a significant impact on the MCU, raising hopes that they'll have longer arcs rather than just appearing in a single film. The cast of the Fantastic Four First Steps features a good bunch. This movie is super important for Marvel Studios, especially after some rough past adaptations, so they're really working to grab the attention of both die-hard fans and casual viewers. With the awesome cast they've lined up, we think they're off to a great start. Pedro Pascal from The Last of Us is stepping in as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby from Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 plays Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things is her brother Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach from The Bear takes on Ben Grimm, the Thing, after his role in The Punisher. They've also added Julia Garner from Ozark as Shalabal Silver Surfer, Ralph Ineson from The Creator as Galactus, and Paul Walter Hauser, Natasha Lyonne, and John Malkovich in unknown roles. While there's no official word yet, it would be awesome to see Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, especially since he's a major villain. And just so you know, fan favorite John Krasinski won't be back as Mr. Fantastic after his cameo in Doctor Strange 2. But thanks to all this multiverse stuff, we might see him again. For now though, the MCU's main Reed Richards is definitely Pedro Pascal, who's one of the busiest actors in Hollywood and has already made his mark in the Star Wars universe as Din Djarin, aka The Mandalorian. Originally, John Watts, who directed the last Spider-Man trilogy, was set to helm the Fantastic Four, but he decided to focus on the Star Wars series Skeleton Crew instead. Now, Matt Shakman, known for WandaVision, is taking the reins for this movie as he's become one of Marvel's go-to directors. The script has seen quite a few changes and different writers over time, with Eric Pearson from Black Widow and Cameron Squires from WandaVision being attached at one point. The version going into production was put together by Josh Friedman, who's working on Avatar 4 alongside lesser-known writing partners Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer. Cinematography will be handled by Jess Hall, who previously worked with Shakman on WandaVision and Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. For the score, they brought in Marvel veteran Michael Giacchino, known for his work on Werewolf by Night and Spider-Man: No Way Home. Blade, November 7, 2025. It seems pretty unlikely that Blade will meet its November 2025 release date. Marvel hasn't officially announced a delay, but with all the issues surrounding the project, it feels like a real possibility. Since its announcement in 2019, Blade has gone through 2 directors, Bassam Tariq and Yann Demange, and at least 6 screenwriters, including names like Stacy Osei-Kuffour and Nick Pizzolatto. The plot has had multiple changes, with one version set in the 1920s, another featuring a massive train, and even talks of a female-led narrative where Blade plays a supporting role, One script reportedly had only 2 action scenes, which feels light for a superhero film. Despite the turmoil, Mahershala Ali, a 2-time Oscar winner, is still set to star as Blade, though he's said to be frustrated with the process. Mia Goth is also still on board, but Aaron Pierre and Delroy Lindo have stepped away. Without a director or finalized script, it looks like this film might get pushed to 2026 or even 2027. Avengers 5, May 1st, 2026. Avengers Doomsday is set to mark the Avengers' return to the big screen for the first time since Avengers Endgame. At the 2024 Marvel panel during San Diego Comic-Con, some surprising news dropped right after the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the franchise, but this time he'll be playing Dr. Doom. This bold choice definitely comes with risks, but the combination of the Russo brothers and RDJ has proven successful before with Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. With all this in mind, Avengers Doomsday is shaping up to be one of the most exciting superhero projects of the year. It has the potential to reshape the MCU and tackle the challenges the franchise has faced since Endgame. Bringing back Iron Man in a new role is a big move, but it might just be what the MCU needs. If they can effectively harness Downey's talents as a major villain like Doom, it could pay off in a big way. Avengers Secret Wars, May 7th, 2027. Avengers Secret Wars, the 6th film in the Avengers series, is set to be a major event in Phase 6 of the MCU. It will reunite several familiar heroes to confront a cosmic threat comparable to Thanos, drawing inspiration from classic Marvel Comics events of the same name. Initially scheduled to conclude the MCU's multiverse saga in 2025, the film's release was moved to 2026. Secret Wars promises a massive battle that could reshape the MCU, featuring many of Earth's mightiest heroes and possibly some familiar faces from past Marvel films. Michael Waldron, known for his work on Loki, is writing the script, but a director has yet to be announced. Given Dr. Doom's significant role in both the 1984 and 2015 comic storylines, it's likely he will be the central villain. If the Russo brothers take the helm, the film could unfold as an epic 2-part saga similar to Infinity War and Endgame. There are 4 untitled Marvel movies on the schedule, one of which may be Armor Wars. Don Cheadle is expected to reprise his role as James Rhodey Rhodes in this project. According to Disney's updated release calendar from August 2024, these untitled films could potentially include reboots like an X-Men movie. In September 2022, reports suggested that Armor Wars, originally planned as a Disney Plus series, might be adapted into a film and could be one of these untitled projects. Marvel has earmarked 4 dates for these films: February 13, 2026, November 6, 2026, and July 23rd and November 5, 2027. These could feature new installments for characters like Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, or Thor. That's all. Which upcoming film are you most excited about and why? Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.